perhaps a tiny bit more. And we're going to just spread this out and tamp it down so that we make a nice little circle. We're going to bake this and make what's called a Parmesan chip. Don't be afraid to put a little extra on if you really like Parmesan. And don't worry about the fact that the edges unfold a little bit and feather out. This is one of those dishes where you really have to pay attention to when you're baking. Let's do one more so we'll have 3 nice chips. If you don't watch this in the oven, it can burn easily. The Parmesan cheese browns up nicely, but then goes from a brown to a burn very quickly. I love to do this for fish dishes. Okay. See, I got 2 of those to stay nice, and we'll pop this right in the oven as well. Okay. A little bit of tomato sauce that we'll use for a condiment. Back to the manori, which we're going to take some wonderful thick Greek yogurt. This is yogurt that has been strained, and you can see the consistency of it. And I'm going to mix this with the manori cheese. And then we're going to use some wonderful Greek honey. Look at how thick that is. I'm starting to smell some action in my oven, so I better take a look and see what's going on. Okay. Well, our first dish actually came pretty quickly, which is our saganaki. Let's see. What we do with that is to serve a little lemon wedge, and when you're ready to eat it, we'll just sprinkle a little bit over the top. I don't want to put it right now. The Parmesan cheese that we're using is actually a cow's milk cheese, and it's made from a low-fat milk. So it's a little bit more heart-healthy, so to speak. Let's take a look at our other items in the oven. Wonderfully toasted walnuts. Let's let those cool for a second and take a look at our flatbread. Ah, yes. Wonderful as well. Push these over a bit just to leave this sit. Our saganaki. Just switching around so I can steal back my cutting board. Juggling many hot items here. Gotta be careful not to get burned. Okay. Let's take our flatbread. Put our flatbread out. Take our toasted walnuts. Again, with the walnuts, as with the Parmesan crisps, the little chips, have to be careful not to overcook them. They go from being wonderfully golden brown to being overcooked, burnt, and get bitter very, very quickly. Take a quick look at those Parmesan chips. Going to need another minute. Let's raise them up to another level. Okay. Saganaki is a great dish to eat family style. We take lemon and we just squeeze a little bit of lemon on it without the pit, hopefully. And then with crusts of bread, you can get in there and see how this becomes very stringy. We'll actually take pieces of bread and scoop up this cheese with it, and you just sit around family style and eat that. It's a wonderful, wonderful dish. The same as this, you'll go in and you'll tear off pieces of this pita, and again, take little bits and just eat it like an hors d'oeuvre. It's a wonderful buffet item. And the last thing I want to do is to prepare a plate for my Parmesan crisps. What I like to do is to put a little bit of tomato sauce for those crisps. When I broil or roast a piece of fish, oftentimes I'll accompany it with a little bit of my favorite tomato sauce. Sometimes I will slice up a tomato. Get that little bit of cheese from my knife off of there. And then stick our chips right in. Let's take a look and see how they look now. Okay. Need a little spatula to get my chips off the pan. So, today we made saganaki with Kefalograviera cheese. It's a mouthful in and of itself. We garnished it with just a little bit of freshly squeezed lemon on top. We'll eat that with some crusty bread. We took our Manori cheese, which is a very mild, very soft sheep's milk cheese, as is the Kefalograviera, a sheep's milk cheese. We added some wonderful thick Greek honey. We toasted some pocketless pita bread, and we toasted some walnuts, and we used some strained thick Greek yogurt. Mix that all together, and we have this wonderful buffet food here. And then as a wonderful accompaniment to some grilled fish or chicken or roasted or broiled fish, we made a Parmesan chip and put it over a little bit of tomato sauce or tomato coulis, just with a little sliced tomato. We're just kind of making a little bit of a garnish. You could also garnish this with some broccoli or just about anything else that would go with whatever you're cooking. Today we worked with some cheeses. I'm David Martone, Executive Chef at Classic Thyme Cooking School. Thank you for watching.